Check one. Prem Sasumapati Mahadev ki jai. Let us all stand as we begin our night with divine arti, as we wave the sacred light around the beautiful Murti of our mother, Shri Durga Ma. Om Shri Ganeshaya Namaha. Om Shri Saraswati Namaha. Om Shri Gurubhyo Namo Namaha. Om Namah Shivaya. Om Namah Shivaya. Nishidina तुमको ध्यावता हरि ब्रह्मा शिव जी निशिदिना तुमको ध्यावता हरि ब्रह्मा शिव जी जय अम्बे गौरी मैया जय श्यामा गौरी जय अम्बे गौरी जय श्यामा गौरी जय अम्बे गौरी मैया जय श्यामा गौरी जय अम्बे गौरी मैया जय श्यामा गौरी मांग सिंदूर विराजत दीको मृत मद को ओ मांग सिंदूर विराजत दीको मृत मद को उज्ज्वल से दमैना चंद्र बदन जय अम्बे गौरी मैया जय श्यामा कनक समान कलेवर रक्तांबर राजी ओ कनक समान कलेवर रक्तांबर राजी रक्त पुष्प गलमाला कटाहार साजे जय अम्बे गौरी मैया जय श्यामा शुंभ विधारी महिषासुर गादी ओ शुंभ निशुंभ विधारी महिषासुर गादी धूम्र विलोचन नैना श्री नमन माता जय अम्बे गौरी मैया जय श्यामा गौरी गौरी मैया जय श्यामा गौरी जय अम्बे मैया चौसठ युगनी गावत नृत्य करत भैरो चौसठ युगनी गावत नृत्य करत भैरो बाजत गंगा बाजत के दम जय अम्बे गौरी मैया जय श्यामा गौरी lam lam lalita dum 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 dura lam 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 lalita dum 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 dura lam 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 lalita dum 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 dura lam 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 lalita dum 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 dura lam 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 lalita dum 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 dura lam 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 lalita dum 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 dura lam lam. शक्ति दुर्गा माता की जय। आसन लीजिए सब लोग, तरह से take our seats. On this beautiful night, my dear friends, we'd like to take this golden opportunity once more to welcome each and everyone as we've come together to join in worship and adoration to that Universal Mother in this auspicious time of the Nauraatri period, where we pay pranams to that beautiful Devi, Shri Goddess Durga Mata. As we also take a moment to pay adorations to the different forms of Nau Durga Maiya, we join all together as we pay pranams to that divine and supreme goddess. As we begin this beautiful night, friends, this is where as we welcome all, we say Swagatam, Namaskar, pranams to all those who are tuned in via all the medias on Facebook and YouTube, to all those who are around the world, around the globe, taking an opportunity to join with us on this divine night. Once more, we specially welcome all. Without further ado, let us all sit upright so that we can begin our beautiful night with invocation, prayer, and wonderful mantras as we pay adoration to that Supreme Devi. We join in Omkar. Vakratunda Mahakaya Suryakoti Samaprabha Nirvighanam Kuru me Deva Sarvakadeshu Sarvada Ya Devi Sarvabhuteshu Durga Rupena Samstita Namastasya, 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 Namo Namaha. Goddess Lakshmi Maya, Ya Devi Sarvabhuteshu, Lakshmi Rupena Samstita. Namastasya, 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 Namo Namaha. Ya Devi Sarvabhuteshu Saraswati Rupena Samstita Namastasya 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 Namo Namah Namastasya 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 Namo Namah. He Ma Durga, He Ma Durga, He Ma Durga, He Ma Durga, He Ma Durga. Durga मङ्गलं काले भद्रकाले कपालिनी दुर्गा क्षमा शिवदात्री स्वाहा सदा नमोस्तुते रूपं देहि जायं देहि यशो देहि यशो देहि रूपं देहि जायं देहि यशो देहि यशो देहि ॐ दुं दुर्गाय नमः ॐ दुं दुर्गाय नमः ॐ दुं दुर्गाय नमः. As we begin this beautiful night, friends, we are awakening the spark of Goddess Durga Ma, and we will only do so when we chant the 40 verses. Tonight we begin with 40 verses of Sri Durga Chalisa. All together we sing. निरंकार है ज्योति तुम्हारी, निरंकार है ज्योति तुम्हारी, देहो लोक पहले उजियारी. नमो नमो दुर्गे सुखकरणी, नमो नमो अम्बे दुखहरणी. एवरीबॉडी सबको प्यारी. नमो नमो दुर्गे सुखकरणी, नमो नमो अम्बे. एक बार बोले सबको. नमो नमो दुर्गे सुखकरणी, नमो नमो. All together we sing it. नमो नमो दुर्गे सुखकरणी, नमो नमो अम्बे दुर्गे. एवरीबॉडी. नमो नमो दुर्गे सुखकरणी, नमो नमो अम्बे दुर्गहरणी. निरंकार है ज्योति तुम्हारे, देहो लोक पहले उजियारी. दशललाट मुख महाविशाला, नेत्रलाल विकुते विकराला. रूप मातुका अधिक सुहावै, दर्शक रत जन अति सुख पावै. तुम संसार शक्ति लय केरा, पालन हेतु आन जन दीना. अन्नपूर्णा होई जगपाला, तुम ही आदि सुंदरी बाला. कयल घाट नाशनहारी, तुम गौरी शिव शंकर प्यारी. शिव योगी तुम हरे गुण गावै, ब्रह्मा विष्णु तुम ही नित्य. बोलो. नमो नमो दुर्गे सुखकरणी, नमो नमो अम्बे दुखहरणी. नमो नमो दुर्गे सुखकरणी, नमो नमो अम्बे दुखहरणी. रूप सरस्वती का तुम धारा, ऋषिपूर्ति ऋषि मुनि न उबारा. करी रूप नरसिंह को अम्बा, भक्ति पई पार की कंबा. रक्षा कर प्रहलाद बचायो, हिरण्यक्ष को स्वर्ग बतायो. लक्ष्मी रूप नरी जग माही, श्री नारायण अंग समाई. क्षीर सिंधु में करत विलासा, दया सिंधु दीजे मन आशा. हिंगलाज में तुम ही भवानी, महिमा अमित ना जात बकानी. मातंगी धूमवटी माता, भुवनेश्वरी भगला सुखदाता. श्री भैरवता राजगतारणी, जिनभाला भव दुख निवार. बोलो. नमो नमो दुर्गे हरिवाहन सोह भवानी अंगुर वीर चलत अगवानी कर में कपरा कंग विराज जाकटी काला धर बाज शत्रुवास शत्रु त्रिशूला जाति उठ शत्रु ही अशूला नाम कोटि में तुम ही विराजत लोक रक्षा के बाजत शुंभ निशुंभ दानव तुम मारे रत बीज शंकर समारे महिषासुर नृत अति अभिमानी जय कबार मही अकुलारी उपकार कालिका धारा तेन सहित तुम नहीं सहारा पर गर्भ संतन पर जब जब वही सहाय माटी तुम तब बोलो नमो नमो दुर्गे सुखकरणी नमो नमो अम्बे दुखहरणी नमो नमो दुर्गे सुखकरणी नमो नमो हरिवाहन सोह भवानी लंगुर वीर चलत अगवानी कर में कपरा कंग विराजे जाक देख काला दरबाजे सुहियास शास्त्र शूला जाते उठ शत्रु ही अशूला नाम कोटि में तुम ही विराजत तिहु लोक में दंका बाजत शुंभ निशुंभ दानव तुम हमारे. As we take this most beautiful opportunity, my friends, to worship the Divine Mother, we will only pray for good health and strength, for happiness, for peace, for success, and for all the good things in the world to follow us. Let us take part as we clap and glorify Devi Maya. शुंभ निशुंभ दानव तुम हमारे, रक्त बीज संकट समारे. महिषासुर नृत अति अभिमानी, ये अकबर मही अकुलारी. रूप कराल कालिका धारा, तेन सहित तुम ही समारा. परिगर्भ संतन पर जब जब आई सहाय माटे तुम तब. बोलो नमो नमो दुर्गे सुख करणी, नमो नमो अम्बे जुगहरणी. नमो नमो दुर्गे सुख करणी. अभापूर अति भासवलोका, तब महिमा सब कहे यशोका. बाल में है ज्योति तुम्हारी, तुम है सदा पूजय नर नारी. प्रेम भक्ति से जो जश गावै, दुख दरिद्र निकट नहीं आए. जावे तुम है जो नर मन लाए, जन्म मरण ते सो जुति जाए. योगी सुर मुनि कहत पुकारे, योग न होई बिन शक्ति तुम्हारी. शंकराचार्य जत पाकीनो, काम क्रोध जेते सब लेनो. निश दिन ध्यान तरो शंकर को, काहू काल नहीं सुमिरो तुमको. शक्ति रूप को मरमन पायो, शक्ति गई तब मन पछताए. बोलो नमो नमो दुर्गे सुख करणी, नमो नमो. शरणागत हुई कीर्ति पतानी, जय 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 जगदम्बा भवानी. भाई प्रसन्न आदि जगदम्बा, दई शक्ति नहीं की न विलंबा. उपमा तो कष्ट झेरो, तुम बिना गौर हरे दुख मेरो. आशा तृष्ण निपट सतावे, देव मूरख मोहि अति धर पावे. शत्रु नास्ति जय महारानी, चित तुम है भवानी। करो कृपा हे मातु दयाला, रिद्धि सिद्धि दे करहो निहारा। जब लगी जियो सदा पल पाओ, तुम्हारो यश में सदा सुनाओ। दुर्गा चालीसा जो गावे, तब सुख भोग परम पद पावे। देवी दास शरण निज जाने, करो कृपा जगदम्बा बोलो। नमो नमो दुर्गे सुत करणी, नमो नमो अम्बे सुतारणी। नमो नमो दुर्गे सुत करणी, नमो नमो अम्बे सुतारणी। नमो नमो दुर्गे सुत करणी, नमो नमो अम्बे सुतारणी। नमो नमो दुर्गे सुत करणी, नमो नमो अम्बे निरंकार ज्योति तुम्हारी, निरंकार ज्योति तुम्हारे। ते हो लोक भली उजियारी। नमो नमो दुर्गे सुख करणी, नमो नमो अम्बे दुःखहरणी। गहत अंत भगवंत पर, पावट देव्य शरीर। लहत मातु के पर कमला, रहत न भव भयपीर। वृंदावन में हरिलाल की जय। आज शक्ति दुर्गा देवी माता की। On this beautiful night, my dear friends, as you're about to join in the golden pages of Devi Bhagavatam once more, we're about to join in the 12th book, 9th chapter of Devi Bhagavatam. As you're about to dive in the nectar of our Katha, we're about to begin where sage Vyasji, as the author of Devi Bhagavatam, he speaks to the world and he's about to enlighten everybody about the importance, the power, the strength of Devi Maya. While the great sages of the universe collected the energy, the knowledge, the wisdom of the universe, they allow this knowledge to transfer to everybody. Some people ask the question, sometimes you read something and some people say, which book it come from? Who write that book? Who is the author of the book? Where did the author get that from? Where did our knowledge come from? Do you all know? Nobody knows? It says at the very beginning of time and existence, there lie nothing else in the universe but time and space. There was nothing. Time and space, no creation, nothing whatsoever. And it said when everything, and this is Vedantic philosophy, it says when everything merged together, time and space, and they started now to work together with energies, then bursting into the universe was the Atma Gyan, or the knowledge of the entire cosmos. When the earth and the planets and the solar system and everything was created, the holy men who would sit down on the earth and they will perform what they call meditation, divine meditation. They will sit down, they will close their eyes, and they will travel. Have you ever heard of astral traveling? Anybody? Vaiji, you heard astral? You could do it yet? Anybody ever hear about astral traveling? Do you know what is astral travel? How many people know what it is? Let me see the hands. You don't know what is astral travel? You know? No? So I'll tell you. When I was small, at the age of 3 and 4, I always remember my grandfather. He never lived in the same home with my grandmother. And I always asked Mommy, they have a problem? Mommy, why they don't stay in the same home? His grandma and grandpa, my Aja. Is something wrong that he don't stay there? And then Mommy said, no son. Every single night, he goes in a little putia that he made at the back of the house. And he used to sit down there and he would meditate for the whole night. and he will get up in the morning, and around 7, 8 in the morning, you will see him come back out, and he will come and eat and do whatever he has to do. But nighttime, around 6, 7 afternoon, he go back into Kutia again. I said, what was he doing? And one day I saw him and I asked him as a child, so Papa, why are you always going inside there for? Why you don't stay tonight one night? I'm going to stay the night here. Why don't you stay? And he says, son, he says, every night I go there, I become an enlightened soul. I said, I don't know what I mean. What I mean? Something about light? You have more light inside there? And he said, no, son. He says, you know what, last night I went to India and I come back. I said, where? I never see you leave. He said, no, I did what you call astral traveling. I sat down and I allowed my consciousness, my energy to leave my body, and I traveled to Bharat India. And I could tell you, I draw what I saw. I saw a mandir, I saw a boatman, I saw this mandir. The mandir had an Om on top. The color of the Om was this. The walls were like this. And he started to draw and he showed little papers of everything that had happened. And every single night he comes back, he will give me stories where he went and what he did. I said to myself, maybe, you know what, I don't know, maybe he's dreaming, maybe he's making up something. And then one day when I traveled to India for my study, I had gone to a temple and it just dawned on me. I didn't have the drawings to remember, but I remember the description of a mandir that he had given years back, because we always talk about it in our homes, about the stories he used to give. And then when I went there and I walked and I stopped, I saw a mandir somewhat similar to the same, from what he would have said, with the Om on top, the color of the Om, with the bricks. There was a writing on the right side. The writing was in blue. And after all these years, it is the same way. And yet I looked at it and I said, I feel this look, this look like something like the same. And you know what? A Brahmana who was sitting there, old sadhu with a long beard, was sitting there and he pointed out to me and he said, you. I said, me? He said, you? Yeah, come. I said, Kya hua, Brahmana? I put my hands together as a respect. He says, your grandfather used to come here. My grandfather never bought a ticket and never fly plane. But he said my grandfather used to come here. Astral traveling. He used to sit down and leave the body and travel around the world and come back. In turn, wherever he would have traveled, he would have gained that knowledge from everywhere he went. The gurus and the great saints of Bharat and India had the ability to leave the body and travel. So where would they go? They will go and tap into the universe and get all the knowledge of the entire cosmos. And they will come back now and they will speak it. While they will speak it, they will have their shishyas and their godchildren. And those who wanted to learn Vedantic philosophy and the philosophy of the universe, they would have sat down and through speech, they would have then transferred that knowledge. They would have given the knowledge. How would they remember it? That's the best part. Naresh, what do you think? If the guru, listen, right? Let me think about nowadays school. Anybody here teachers? Who are teachers here? Anybody is a teacher? You're a teacher? Anybody else? How do you get your children to learn? Let me tell you how they used to get them to learn. So easy. If you give them a whole alphabet and they don't know how to start, you put a rhythm. You give them a tune. You give them something to work with, a little beat. And then with music, they will remember it. Even if gradually they don't get the letters right, they'll remember. Na, 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 na. Yeah, it have B and C and things inside it. And with rhythm, they would have gotten the hang of it. When I was learning the chanting of Vedic chants in Bharat in India, that is how we started. The Guru says, start chanting. And when you chant to learn, you start with a meter of chanting. And when you're chanting, you start to remember the words gradually. That's how the Gurus learned everything. Before there was pen and paper and everything, they learned all the Vedas and all the Upanishads. And how they do it? Through a constant rhythm that they would learn it. And then from then, they would have come down to one book, Sanskrit, and then come down to Hindi, and then come down to English. And now there are different languages of the world in which our scriptures are in. Recently I saw Bhagavad Gita in Spanish. There are different languages in the world in which our scriptures are written. So today, it is said the universe and the knowledge of the universe comes from the entire cosmos and the span of the Lord himself. Now today, scripture tells us that while the knowledge would have come down to the earth, on the earth, it is said on a given and a particular time, there comes a time where it is said the karma and the fate of everyone would have been placed in their hands. What you do with your hands, either you get blessings for it, or either you pay karma for it. If you take your hand and you give a child a snack and you make that child happy, the gods become happy. If you take your hand and you play with a child and you make the child happy, the gods will bless you. If you take a hand and you raise a hand and you hit somebody,
What do you think will happen? You might lose that hand. And you can say, but what I do so bad to lose that hand? Karma. What you do good will come back to you. And what you do bad will come back to you. As karma would have it. It is said, Lord Indra is the god of the rains. He allows rain to fall. And it has been now years upon years. According to the Katha, 15 years passed. And there was no rain on the earth. How many days it didn't have rain right here in Essequibo? You all could check? How long it didn't have rain? Everybody walking on the streets, so God, Bhagwan, give you a little rain now. How long it didn't have rain? Well, in this Katha, chapter 9, it says for 15 years there was no rain. You all could live 15 years without rain? No? No, we could die. There was no rain. Lord Indra sat down enjoying the heavens. He got everything that he wanted. He had everything to eat. The skies brought happiness and joy. And with everything that he had, he didn't care to give the people anything. He never gave the people water and rain. You know why? Because they wasn't ambitious to pray to him. Do you know when you do Havan and you make offerings in the Havan and the gods become happy? They give you what you want. When you do a yajna like this and everybody come together and you sing and you take part and you clap and you pray to God. When you host a yajna, when you do a yajna, when you pray and you do all the offerings to the gods, the skies become happy and everything that they can give, they bless your family with it. That is why older people say, you know, before I die, I want to do a yajna. Because the gods, they clear your karma and they bless you. Not anyone is given the opportunity to do a yajna. Whoever get the opportunity, so all the shrotas and thing here, all the young boy and young girl who sit there, all are lucky to be sitting here to do prayers. You all are fortunate to be given everything that you have to sit and do prayers today. Not everybody is blessed to be given an opportunity to perform yajna and to be a part. You see, everybody who came here tonight, you didn't come by guess. You didn't come because you want to see me. You didn't come because you just want to hear the katha. Bhagwan puts you in time and place and situation for a purpose. Everything has a reason. Maybe you'll hear something tonight that will impact on your life. And you will say, that's what I needed to hear. Maybe you'll be here and you'll understand something that you wanted to know. Today, my friends, out of the karma of the world and the people, Lord Indra never brought rain to the people for 15 years. The people were hungry. They were tired. They were thirsty. There was no water. The plants couldn't grow. The crops couldn't flourish. The rivers had no water. The animals were falling down and dying. Nobody had anything to survive. Nobody could cook without water. Nobody could take their bath. Their bodies were becoming parched. Their skin was becoming dry. They didn't know how to survive because the place was too hot and no rain was falling. In that time, they didn't know what to do. So when you're in a problem, who you turn to? We said it last night. Guru the Brahma. You see that mother sitting by the window there? Let me give you a round of applause. Everybody's chanting and I can hear mommy distinctively beautiful, ma. Everybody give a round of applause. Nice. God bless you, Maya. Now everybody all together. Guru Brahma, Guru Vishnu, Guru Devo Maheshwara. They went to the Guru to pray because the ones who are supposed to pray for us are the Gurus. When you don't know how to do it anymore, you turn to your Pandits, you turn to your Gurus, your Swamis, your Sadhus, and you allow them to pray. You say, Gurudev, I have a problem. I don't know what to do. I'm confused. And the Guru says, okay, let me see. But when he looks at your aura and he looks at you alone, he can confirm, hey, you're not praying enough. Do you think you're not praying enough tonight? Anybody here think you're not praying enough? Yeah? Well, you need to pray more. Anybody think you're not praying enough? If you think you need more prayer, tonight let's wake up that energy so that you can pray. We begin with a beautiful chant to the Divine Lord. I'm sure everybody know it. Let's sing along together. Hari Sundara Nanda Mukunda Hari Narayana Hari Om Hari Keshava, Hari Govinda, Hari Narayana. I want to hear you by yourself. Follow. Hari Sundar, Hari Narayana, Hari Keshava. Now I want to hear the hands and I want to hear the mouth too. Anybody have hot mouth? Anybody have hot mouth? Parents, your children have hot mouth. They answer you back and so. I want to hear their mouth now. Everybody ready? Vrindavan Bihari Lal ki. All together with love. Hari Sundara Nanda Mukunda, Hari Narayana Hari Om, Hari Keshava Hari Govinda, Hari Narayana Hari Om. One voice boliye. Hari Sundara Nanda Mukunda, Hari Narayana Hari Om, Hari Keshava Hari Govinda, Hari Narayana Hari Om. Jai Govinda. बनमाली मुरली धारी, गोवर्धन गिरिवर धारी। बनमाली मुरली धारी, गोवर्धन गिरिवर धारी। नित नित कर्मा तन चोरे, गोरी मनहारी। नित नित कर्मा तन चोरे, गोरी मनहारी। Hari Sundara Nanda Mukunda, Hari Narayana Hari Om, Hari Keshava Hari Govinda, Hari Narayana Hari Om. Hari Govinda. आओ रे गाओ रे गोकुल की प्यारी। गाओ रे नाचो रे रास रचायो रे। Hari Sundara Nanda Mukunda, Hari Narayana Hari Om, Hari Keshava Hari Govinda, Hari Narayana Hari Om, Hari Narayana Hari Om, Hari Narayana Hari Om, Hari Narayana Hari Om. One voice बोलिए सबको. Hari Sundara Nanda Mukunda. क्या बात? Hari Keshava. Beautiful. You know what I always say? I always tell you, look at the person next to you and see if they're singing. And if they're not singing, what are you gonna do? Take your elbow and you're gonna know. Let me try it one more time, right? I want to see some of you getting some of this. बोलिए. Hari Sundara. Hari Keshava. Hari Narayana Hari Om, Hari Narayana Hari Om, Hari Narayana Hari Om. Shri Vrindavan Bihari Lal ki Jai. It is said, my dear friends, today while we are understanding the message, it simply says that while everybody on the earth, they were so confused, they were not getting enough rain, they went to the gurus and the swamis and the pundits of the village. And everybody went to their individual pundits. And the pundits decided now, in order to pray, one prayer by one person cannot do much. Let us come together and let us pray. When we come together to pray, what do you call this? You call this what? Yes. Bino satsanga vivekana hoye Ram kripa bino. You know this one? मीरा को पालना है आओ मेरे गिरिधारी विष भर प्यारे को विष भर प्यारे को अमेरत में बनाना सावरे से मिलने का सत्संग की बहाना है चलो सत्संग ले चले हमें हरिगुण गाना है चलो सत्संग ने चले. When you sit down here tonight to pray, this is satsang. When you forget the whole world and you came because you wanted to sing and feel the energy and chant and glorify the divine Lord, then this is the energy you're looking for. This is what you call true satsang, when you only chant and you think of that universal Lord. All the pundits came together and they said one person at a time, it's okay. But when we work together and we pray together, our power, our love for God will be utmost powerful. So they came together to unite, to have strength. In our lives, we should work together to be powerful. In our home, we must learn to work together. If mommy says something, children must go with it. Not that somebody saying something else and everybody wants something else. We work together, one mind, one thought, one unit, one family together. Baba says what? The family that prays together. And there's understanding and compromising. Life is about compromising to work things out. It is not about I'm only right or you are only right. We compromise, we communicate, we speak, we work it out. That's how things get settled. All the pundits came together. In today's world, I wish I could see that. Pundits come together to speak. In today's society, even we too see pundits falling apart. Pundits are supposed to work together, unite together because the goal is the same, God. The goal is the same, the blessings of the divine Lord. For the better of people, for their prayers, for their devotion, to motivate, to inspire. Today, while all the pundits came together, they decided to pray. And they are saying now, there's one great Maharishi. His name is called Gautam Rishi. I've heard that in his village, only he gets rain. In his village, nobody hungry. Everybody else in the whole world suffering. But in the village of Gautam Rishi, he have food. Everything is good. He doesn't have any problem. So you know what? I wonder if we can go to Gautam Rishi and ask him what is his secret. So they decided to leave together. All the Brahmanas came together. Some of the people of the village who couldn't manage anymore. It is said life was so hard. People had to refrain. When people wanted to fast, they didn't have a choice. They had to eat meat. Listen carefully, yeah? The people didn't have a choice, so they resorted to what? You all have a choice or don't have a choice? There was no rain, there was nothing. It is said nobody didn't know what to eat anymore, so they started to eat the animals. They said that they didn't have anything to eat. It said sometimes a mother, not knowing what to do and how to live anymore. Scriptures say in chapter 9 of Devi Bhagavatam, it says that sometimes a mother would have started eating her own child. Yeah. Can you imagine what kind of hunger and pain that they had to go through? The suffering, the torments that they had to then fight one another just to get food. We are lucky we have food to eat. Teach our children how lucky they are. When children complain about food today, teach them how lucky they are. They have food to eat. People don't have food to eat. People have to eat the same food every single day. Again and again. That happened to me too. Thank God I come Essequibo. Think nice. We get the 7 curry morning, noon and night every day of life. Some people have nothing to eat at all. Some people don't get any food. Some people 1 grain of rice, they put it in their mouth and they say, Prabhu, at least I get something to put in my teeth. And we have food thrown away. Let's get down to the children. Children, learn to appreciate the food your mother makes for you. Children, learn to appreciate the food that your parents work hard to buy to put on the table for you. Stop complaining. If we get it now and mommy says, well, I'm feeling sick, you eat the same thing tonight now. They're going to eat it? Jai Bhagwan. Not them. If you get the same thing now, you eat it tomorrow? Yeah? Where your mommy do? He say yeah. They had nothing to eat. They started to eat the animals. They started to eat their own children. Everybody followed the Brahmanas and they went to Gautam Rishi. And when they went to the ashram, as soon as they walked in the ashram and they saw what was taking place, they saw now everybody having food, everybody having water. They walked in as though they felt like they were in heaven. There's food, there's water, there's everything. And as soon as they entered, Gautam Rishi saw them, and he saw them looking dehydrated, their skin, their complexion, it was changing. Their bodies were destroyed. And the Guru says, Gautam Buddha Rishi, he says, how is it that you all are looking like this? What have you all done to start looking like this? Tell me, what is wrong? How come nobody is looking healthy and strong? And they put their hands together and they said to the great Rishi that we are very unfortunate. Karma has caught up with us. Don't pray for karma to catch up with you. Don't pray for karma to catch up with you. We have so much that we throw away and we waste and we over abuse. And one day if karma comes and we get nothing, we complain. This is karma. Kaha chutega re prani, teri atma bhi jani, Paramatma bhi jani, Paramatma bhi jani, teri karma kahani, teri atma bhi jani, Paramatma bhi jani, Paramatma bhi jani. Shri Vrindavan Bihari Lal ki. You see, while you're lucky to be here tonight, don't just sit there. Clap, sing, glorify the gods. You see, that little action of clapping could save your life one day. When you die and you go to the heavens or you go to the astral world, the god of death comes and he starts to ask you a few questions. Before Nauraatri started, we had Pitripaksh. In the Garu Puran, when you die, as soon as this body or the soul leaves the body, the god of death comes with now some hot iron rod waiting to beat you. And he starts to ask you the question, while you are alive, did you respect your mother and your father? And we say, no, I quarrel with mommy. Alright, come. You know you get in? You know it's Lati Mange? Who is Lati? Lati is licks. Immediately they start to beat you. They ask you, did you respect your mother? No. Come. Licks. Did you respect your father? No. Licks. Did you attend the yajna? Yeah, I went to the yajna. Pandit Narayan was reading. Did you take part in the yajna? No, I was like this. Did you clap? No. Why? I'm lazy. I'm tired. Why? Did you sing? No. Well, I gave you the voice to sing. What do you use with it? What do you do with your voice? Well, I gave you the hands to clap. Here's what. Next time, you'll be born without the hands. So you don't have to worry. Next time, you'll be born without the speech. You'll be born dumb. So you won't be able to sing and speak. So don't worry. It will work out fine. And then the soul begs, no, please, maaf kijiye na. Prabhu, send me back. I promise I will sing this time. I will clap this time. You know what? That happened the last time. And you come this time now. And how you sit down again? Jai Bhagwan. This is sometimes you don't learn, na? Let us clap tonight. Tere karma kahani, teri atma bhi jani, Paramatma bhi jani, Paramatma bhi jani, tere karma kahani, teri atma see anybody not clapping, just watch them and smile. Because next time they come back without hands. If you see them not singing, say it's okay. With the next round, they won't be able to open their mouth that time. Everybody go now.
कितनी है पग तूने पाप कमाया तू, कितनी है जपनों के धीरज पाया तू। ओ कितनी है पग तूने पाप कमाया तू, कितनी है जपनों के धीरज पाया तू। भले बुरे की कहानी प्राणी रे, प्राणी रे, भले बुरे की कहानी तेरी आत्मा भी जाने, परमात्मा भी जाने, परमात्मा।
शाबाश, शाबाश।
प्रभु की दुआई तेरी आन बहुत है, बोला कि ना बोला पछताना की बहुत है। ओ प्रभु की दुआई तेरी आन बहुत है, बोला कि ना बोला पछताना की बहुत है। जो है बीते का सुनानी प्राणी रे, प्राणी रे, भले बुरे की कहानी तेरी आत्मा भी जानी, परमात्मा भी जानी, परमात्मा भी। बोलो
It is said, my dear friends, that while all the pandits were standing there, Sage Gautam, he walked up to them and he started to inquire, what is the problem? And then they started speaking and they said, Gurudev, we have no water, we have no food, we can't survive, our children are dying, the animals, they can't manage, they are already dead. No one can save us, but your kingdom can, your village can, your kutia can. We've heard that you've received the blessed gift and the bestest of all. And in turn, you are surviving in a time like this. Please, we are very unfortunate. And the Guru turned around the situation and he says, you think you are unfortunate? I am so lucky that so many pandits came to my ashram today. You know how lucky I feel? You know how blessed I feel? When we attend the yajna and we have the presence of the gurus and the pandits and the sadhus, we are blessed and we are fortunate and we are lucky. At that point, the guru doesn't waste time. He then shows them proper respect. He decides to wash their feet, the feet of all the pandits. And he says, today I will tell you. He says the answer is so simple. First, he gives them something to drink. He gives them something to eat. He performs arati. And after respect, he's about to speak to them.
तेरी कर्म कहानी तेरी आत्मा भी जानी, परमात्मा भी जानी, परमात्मा भी जानी।
kaha chutega re prani, prani re, prani re, kaha chutega re prani. Friends and bhaktas, it is said that our karma brings good things or bad things to us. And while all the pundits were standing there, in turn they were waiting to find out what next. And the Guru is about to speak to them. He says, I will do my part and will pray for you. But first of all, I'll tell you that the first thing to conquer anything in the world is to be confident and rid yourself of all the fear. How do you rid yourself of fear? Is there anybody who is scared of anything in the world? Anybody have any fear? What is your fear? What are you afraid? Huh? You don't know. Anybody fear anything here tonight? No? So if a snake passes across here right now, what do you do? Then you get scared. What are your fears? Some people are scared of snakes. Some people are scared of heights. Some people are scared of spiders. Some people are scared of scorpions. There are many things, but we have a fear for something or the other in the world. People fear something. At this time, the Guru is saying, why fear when the greatest bhakta of the Divine Lord is here? I will pray for you. And when he sees them, he starts to speak to them. How to rid yourself of fear in the world? This is what he says. He says, practice seva. What is seva? What is seva? Service. Seva is service, but know this in mind. Seva doesn't begin with the physical part of yourself. It begins with the inner part of you, being readily available. That's being a person who's ready to do seva. A person who is about to practice seva, in his mind or her mind, automatically he or she knows, I am available. I come to the mandir, so as soon as somebody say come, the seva is there already. Not that you physically just have to do something. Seva is when you do something without an expectation. I come and I clean the mandir. When I finish, I shouldn't be expecting pay, finance, money. I help because that's by the blessings that God has been given that. It is said the more you give, the more strength the Lord will give back to you. The more you give is the more you receive. But expecting a reward when you do seva is not seva. That's labor. That's working. When you expect something in return for the work that you do, that's a job. That's not seva. It says today, according to many great saints, that labor means many things. If you are not doing seva and you do something and when you finish you want a pay, that means you're working, right? And then if you're working now because that's labor and you want to get a pay, then after working, then there'll be complaints. Because if you got paid to do something and it wasn't done good, somebody will complain. With seva, there's no complaints. If it had to fix, I'll fix it because I'm doing it for God. In seva, there are no complaints because there's no immediate reward. The reward is there. When you do service for the mandir, when you do service for the yajna, when you do service for the gods, without expectation, you get the merits, not here, but after. You get the merits. Remember this, seva is the expression of your inner love, where there's no ego attached to it. Simple. It is an expression of your love. When you finish, you're not supposed to say, I did it. I did that. Seva, you shouldn't even be called. You did it because you wanted to do it. Seva means when you go to the yajna, you be a part of the yajna so that you get your blessing. Tomorrow night is the final night session. We'll be here Sunday morning as well. But for tomorrow night, come out and do your seva. Make a mala and bring it for Devi Maya. That's your seva. Nobody go pay you for it. That's seva. Make a mala and bring it for Devi. Make a mala and bring it for Lakshmi Maya. Make a mala and bring it for all the different deities that are here. Somebody bring a random mala. You don't need to ask anybody and make a plan. Somebody make a mala. Bring flowers from your home. Offer it at the feet of the deities. It is Nauraatri period. The blessing you'll receive will become manifold. And also, as a matter of fact, remember tomorrow night, all the children will come and say a mantra for me. Don't forget. And when you say a mantra, you're getting something special. Now, children means 12 and under, eh? Because somebody big people, when they have something special, they say, well, I is a child, you know. My mother has called me child. 12 and under. And if you come and say a mantra for me, any mantra, you say a mantra for me, you get a gift. And the more complex the mantra is, so don't come and just say Om Namah Shivaya, what gift. The more complex the mantra, the bigger the gift. Right? So don't forget tomorrow. Tomorrow is that beautiful night. It is a night where devotees are worshipping Devi Maya around the world. And children will bring the blessings of Maya. When children are happy, Devi will manifest. Today in our Katha, while it is said, Gautam Rishi saw everyone, all the Brahmanas, and he fed them and made them happy. The beautiful verse tells us this. Vyasauvacha Kadachedanat Kaleto Dasha Pancha Sama Vibho Pranana ke karma Vashyantu Varshatu Katu Brahmanam Brahmavashchatta Vicharanam Chakrurutamam Tapodhyayantu Gautamo Asiso Nahi Kedaha Sarvabhutarani Devi Kshamasvai Parameshwari Iti Stuti Jaganmata Pratyaksha Dakshanam Dadhatu Om Dum Durgaya Namaha Om Dum Durgaya Namaha Om Dum Durgaya Namaha. Gautam Rishi looked at everyone. He says, do seva in the Mandir and I will ensure you get your food and your water and everything, don't worry. And he went to his altar, he sat down by the murti of the mother and he started to worship Devi. He started to offer beautiful prayer. Shora Upachar Puja, complete steps of worship and prayer. And it was that beautiful time. He's praying now and he's saying, Maya, the world needs your help. When they turn to the different gods, nobody helps them. But Ma, a mother will always sacrifice her life for her children. It is only up to us to see the sacrifice. The days when the mother sits and cries, the child doesn't see it. The day when the mother sits hungry, the child doesn't see it. The child in today's world only want what they want and they want it. No, right now they don't want to hear anything. If they don't get it now, they stamp their feet and they get a tantrum and they scream and everything. No child wants to wait, but patience, my friends. Gautam, he went one side, he held his murti and he says, Ma, I'll glorify you. This is how he did it. Om Bhuva Swaha Tat Save Vargo Diyo Yona. So listen, right? I could hear everybody inside here real nice and good. I want to hear everybody outside. You all think I can hear all the way from inside here? Yeah? Everybody on the outside this side, you think I'll be able to hear you? Let's try. Everybody outside, right? All the inside, I'll stay quiet a little bit. Everybody ready? Outside? Om Bho. Well, Hari Bhagwan. I heard these devotees here. Say here what, tonight? We go feed from here first. And this side go wait now. Until they sing a little better, then they will get food after. Don't try one more time, everybody? All together, inside and outside. Om Bhurbhuva Swaha Bhargo Diyo Yona. Om Bhurbhuva Swaha Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi decided now to sit by the mother and he started to pray. And he's chanting that beautiful mantra. And while he's praying again and again, the mother became satisfied with the amount of devotion he was putting in his prayer and his love. And when the mother decided to bless him now, she says, my child, listen now, hold this. Take this jar. She gave him a nice jar, like a goblet. She says, take this jar and you will now hold on to this jar. And anything you want, you pray and you hold this jar and you'll get it. If you want loads of rice, then you pray and you put your hand inside and you say your prayer and rice will start to fall. If you want food, if you want anything, you pray and everything will come to you. Just ask with faith and with devotion. And the great Maharishi, he held on to that goblet, that jar, and he continued to pray to Devi Ma. Om Bhuva Swaha Tat Savitur Varenyam. Diyo yo na prachodayat, 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 Diyo yo na prachodayat. एक बार बोलिए सबको प्यारी ओम तत्सवि ओम भूर्भुवः स्वः भर्गो देवस्य धीमहि धियो यो न प्रचोदयात् धियो यो न. It is said, my friends, it is said after prayer and after a devotion, he was given a wonderful goblet, something like a jar. He called all the Brahmanas. He says today now, call all the nations. And anybody who doesn't have anything and you want it, you come look for me. It is said people from all the different villages, from all the directions, the east, the west, the north, all the directions they came. People came in their chariots, people came in their carts, coming in order to get as much as they could have. And whenever they came to Gautam, that great Rishi, he will hold that jar, he will pray. And after praying, it is said everything, people had containers filled with water. People asked for wealth. If you had a jar that could ask for anything, what would you ask for? What you ask for? Food? Very nice. Hey. You got some real trouble there, boy. They say the way to a woman's heart is through chocolates. And the way to a man's heart is through his belly. So that young girl got to come real good. If you had a goblet or you had a container where you could pray and get anything, what would you ask for? Imagine a container big so what people go ask for house and things. Today, anything they wanted, they asked for it. Gold, wealth, jewelry, food, money, water. And Gautam Buddha Rishi, he will pray and he will pray and he will pray. And everything that they wanted, they got it. He started to become popular. People of the world would have come now and been drawn to his divine energy because his energy was gravitating. Everything that he did it for the people and not for himself. He did it sacrificing for the people of the world. A holy person does what he does to sacrifice for the people of the world. Holy people do what they do to sacrifice for people, not for themselves. Holy people do for others and not just themselves. Sometimes, yes, it is good to take a moment for you and for yourself. But in turn, it is that life is about giving back. He gave everybody everything. And while he was becoming popular, now everybody started to talk about his name and his fame throughout the world. And while people were speaking, the same pundits who came and they prayed and they asked him to pray, they looked at Gautam Rishi and they said, wow, look how big he gets. You know, sometimes people live like this in the world. The minute you see somebody get a nice job and they start to paint their house in different color, they say, oh God, he get big. The moment you see somebody working hard, people don't see your hard work, you know. They see what you do. People don't see day in and day out how you work. They only see, hey, you have a nice beera, boy. You have real money now. People only look at what you wear and they look at the nice clothes and they say, I wonder if you're doing drugs. People look at you and they just judge you easily and nobody knows your hard work. I'm sure there are many people here, you work day and night. I'm sure there are many people, while people sleeping, you're still sitting there doing your job. And in turn, people don't see the hard work. They only see the niceties. And because of that, they become jealous of you. They become envious of you. Your best friend turns his or her back on you one day and you say, but I didn't do anything. And sometimes it's only jealousy. Sometimes it's envy. Teach your children, sometimes friends will take you and never bring you back. Friends will look to see what you have. You know what? Your father does this, your mother does that. You bring this, you bring that, you give it to me. And you give, and the day you can't give, you don't have no friend. They will use you for now. They will use you to get what they want, and the day they can't get anything, in turn, they will leave you. Today, Bhaktas, in our Katha, it is said that Gautam Rishi, he was doing so good that people of the world were saying his name. And the same pundits who were close to him, they started to become jealous. Look at him now, he get big now. He could take this pot and he could give everybody anything. They were jealous. They wanted to do something. They wanted to come up with a plan to destroy his name. When you start doing good, people will try to bring down your character. People will try to destroy you. People will try to do something to pull you down when you're doing the greatest thing in the world. But you know what? Remember, never forget where you've come from. Never, in Trinidad we say, never damn the bridge that you've crossed. Remember where you started. Remember your roots. Remember what made you who you are. Remember what gave you strength. And never forget your roots. That's powerful. Don't let ego get the better of you. Today, Bhaktas, it is said while Gautam was standing one day outside in his yard, he was about to pick flowers for preparations of puja and worship. And the Pandits thought to themselves, you know what, this is the right time. Let's cause some problems now. Because we don't like how he's doing good. He's doing too good and everybody's looking at him and they're looking up at him. And while life seems to be going good for him, we don't like it. We want to pull him down. We want to do something to harm him. We want to do something to hurt him. We want to do something that will destroy his name and his character. So what did they do? They went behind one of the trees and they came up with a plan. They started to pray between themselves. Amongst themselves, they were praying. And what were they praying for? They were praying to manifest a cow. A cow that was not healthy, but a cow that was sick. A cow that couldn't even move anymore. A cow that was living through starvation. And at that point, my dear friends, it is said they decided to manifest this cow. And they sent the cow in the direction of the Brahmana, Gautam. And while he was standing there, all of a sudden now Gautam saw this cow coming towards him, very thin. You could see the bones and you could see everything. And when the cow walked up to him now, Gautam says, Hare, where have you come from? And the moment he put his hands and he touched the cow fell right there. Mar gaya. The cow died right there. And he stopped lost for words. And while he was lost, the Brahmanas ran out of the the trees around. And they said, "Hey, everybody look, Gautam killed a cow. Everybody, the great Gautam has killed a cow. Don't you know the sin of killing a cow?" Shiv Vrindavan Bihari Lal ki. The sin of killing a cow is like killing a holy man. The sin of kicking a cow, hitting a cow, is like destroying a brahmana. The sins will lead you to hell. You never kick, hit, or hurt the cow. It is a representation of Devi in many forms. The cow walked up to him, and as soon as he touched the cow fell down and died. And everybody came out, all the pundits came out and said, "Oh, everybody look, Gautam, he killed a cow right here in the middle of the arena." And people came out and started to talk. "Hey, Gautam was so powerful. His name was known and he killed a cow. How could he kill the cow?" And people started to talk. People were angry. People were frustrated. They were venting out. And in turn, the pundits now, they came up with a word. If Gautam could kill a cow, he needs to be banished from this place. He needs to be banished from here. That goblet that he has, it must be taken away from him. He can't live like this. He has hurt the people by killing a cow. It is said even when the Divine Lord, Bhagwan Maryada Purushottam, Shri Ramachandra, even though he performed the best miracles on the earth, even after that, when he came back, what happened? Remember the Dobiwala? The Lord destroyed Ravana. He saved Sita Devi, but yet a Dobiwala came and started to bad talk and he'll speak Devi Sita. And they had to send back Sita Mata in the forest. Even though we do good in the world, people will come to bad talk you. People will come to pull you down. And you know what? The people who will do it sometimes are the people right in front of you. The ones you will never expect are the ones that will hurt you. प्रेम मुदित मन से कहो राम 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 सीता राम राम राम. राम 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 सीता राम राम राम. पाप कटे दुख मिटे लेत राम नाम. पाप कटे दुख मिटे लेत राम नाम. भव समुद्र सुकट नाव एक राम नाम. भव समुद्र सुकट नाव एक राम नाम. राम 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 राम. शांति सुख निधान दिव्य राम नाम. परम शांति सुख निधान दिव्य राम नाम. निराधार को आधार एक राम नाम. निराधार को आधार एक राम नाम. राम 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 सीता राम राम.
परमगोप्य परमेष्ट मंत्र राम नाम परमगोप्य परमेष्ट मंत्र राम नाम शांत हृदय सदा बसत एक राम नाम शांत हृदय बसत एक राम नाम राम 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 सीता राम 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 विशेषतुष्टाव विधि देवीं जगम त्रिविध न पुनः अत तत्र स्थित एते ब्राह्मण मुनि पोषिताः ऊट कशत्व मुने स्थित्वा सुयसि खेद गटे यश्वा न यस्य भवेत कर्तवाम. It is said, my friends, at that point when Gautam Rishi realized what took place and everybody started to speak him, he stopped for a moment and he closed his eyes and he started to use third eye vision, Divya Chakshu, to see everything that was happening. And he saw now from behind the trees when the Brahmanas came together and they were devising the plan in order to destroy his name and his character. And being hurt as he was ready now to take water from his kamandalu and to shrap everyone, to curse everyone. But he took a moment to calm down, and this is what happened. Rama Rama Ram Rama Rama Ram Rama Rama Ram Sita Rama Rama Ram Rama Rama Ram Rama Rama Ram Rama Rama Ram Sita Rama Rama Ram Sita Rama Rama Ram Rama Rama Ram Sita Rama Rama Ram Rama Rama Ram Sita Ram Vrindavan Bihari Lal ki. It is said, Gautam Rishi, he couldn't control his anger. The same people I feed are the same people biting my hands. You know that saying? The same people I gave everything, they're biting my hands now. So he said, you know what? I will take the water from my kamandalu, I will pour it in my hand, and I will shrap, curse everybody, so that nobody will ever get anything in the world after this. And in a fit of anger and rage, he decided to calm down gradually because he knew when his anger would grow, it will be too much. He just walked away from the arena and he went to the Murti of Devi Maya and he sat down right and he says, Maya, what did I do? He says, hey Durga Maya, Ma, I'm praying today to be calm and to be composed, because if I don't calm down, I will shrap and curse everyone here today. I will destroy everybody's life. Maya, I didn't do anything wrong. I never killed a cow. I never did unjust to the world. But yet the world wants to bring down my name. Yet the world wants to destroy me for the good things that I've done. Today, Maya, I will tell you, allow these Brahmanas now to be cursed in such a way that from this moment onwards, may they never learn anything. May they never understand anything. Maya, I want them to go to the pits of hell, Kumbhipaka, and be destroyed in that hell. Maya, I don't want them to come back in the world. And the mother manifests in the air and she says, Gautam, your prayer is powerful and today I will hear your prayer. But remember, with all the anger that you have, remember that the venom or the poison of a snake does not go away even if you feed the snake milk. Think about that. Even if you feed a snake milk, that doesn't mean the poison gone. The poison will still be there. The poison of the minds of the people around us will remain there even if you give them the bestest of things. Be careful. There are people around us here tonight who are sitting and maybe talking to us and laughing with us and being nice with us. But that doesn't mean that the poison in their mind has gone. Sometimes they still don't like you. That is just how the world works. Do what you have to and leave the rest up to the Divine Lord. Today what happens? It is said, Gautam, he says, Maya, please tell me, please teach me, because I don't know better. And she says, I'll tell you. She says, all the Pandits who gave you this problem, they will not take birth in the next age. They will go in the hellish regions and they will pay for it. And they will then take birth in the last age, which is Kali Yuga. And when they come in Kali Yuga, they won't know anything. They will come with no mentality. They will not even know what their past was.
They will come and the knowledge of God will be like nothing to them. They won't even be able to understand. They won't even be able to understand how to pray. When you tell them put their hands to pray, they will ask you, what is that? They won't be able to understand what is prayer, how to pray, how to glorify Prabhu. So how lucky are we tonight to be able to understand the message and the katha of our Lord. How to pray, how to clap, how to chant. That's a blessing in itself. That's a blessing that motivates anyone. When we live in the world, prayer is the key and the answer to every situation. Today, Bhaktas, it is said, Gautama, he prayed to the mother, and the mother says, don't worry, I will bless you, and the world will forget about all the gossip that has been spreading around. And to those pundits, I will curse them and I will shrap them, and they will no longer exist in the world until they go to the hellish regions and they pay. Don't they know that you're not supposed to hurt a holy person? That's a big question there, you know. How many people can say tonight that you're holy? So where we have his idea, Jombi? How many people say you're a holy person, you're a religious person? You're religious, yes? How you think is so you become. So if you're religious, then me and you alone religious tonight. Me and all around the rest of them. It says how you think so you become. Motivate your mind to achieve that which you want to achieve, and you will achieve it. Have the mind power, the mental power to become what you think you want to become. Work towards it. Today, he turned around and he says, Maya, because of my prayer, I know they will suffer. And at that point, in order to calm down himself, he says, Ma, please just allow me to merge and become one with you. And the Devi says, no, I won't allow you to merge and become one. I want this message to go throughout the world and let the people of the world know the power of worship for Devi Maya. Because when you sit and you pray by the mother, she will answer your prayer, but your prayer must be a pure one. You must be a religious and a holy person to pray to Maya. And it means sitting there with all the love in your heart, worshipping Devi and forgetting the world. And finally tonight, friends, it is said when he turned to the mother, he says, Ma, I will glorify you. He decided to worship Devi. And you know how we worship Devi? Manao din ratiya, He Durga Maiya. He Durga Maiya, He Durga Maiya. It says he walked up to the mother and he started to worship her. You know what he offered? Pula charao, mala charao. What is pool? Charao? Pool is what? Pool is what? Huh? Not a swimming pool, eh? Pula charao means pool is flowers. Pula charao, mala charao. He offered flowers. He made a mala. Dudha chalao, naivedya charao. Dud is what? Milk. Naivedya is Prasad. Says Pani charao, Nariyal charao. Pani is Nariyal is coconut. In turn, as he glorifies the Divine Mother, this is what he does. He Durga Maiya, He Durga Maiya, He Durga Maiya, He Durga Maiya, Manav Dinaratiya, He Durga Maiya, Manav Dinaratiya, He Durga Maiya, 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 Manav Dinaratiya, He Durga. Pula charao, mala charao, pula charao, mala charao. Pula charao, mala charao, manav dinaratiya, He Durga Maiya, manav dinaratiya, He Durga. Duracharav naivedya नैवेद्य चरावो दूध चरावो नैवेद्य चरावो मनाओ दिन रतिया हे दुर्गा मैया मनाओ दिन रतिया हे दुर्गे पानी चरावो नारियल चरावो पानी चरावो नारियल चरावो पानी चरावो नारियल चरावो मनाओ दिन रतिया हे दुर्गा मैया मनाओ दिन रतिया हे दुर्गा मैया 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 मनाओ दिन रतिया हे दुर्गे It is said the Brahmana Gautama, he took that bowl, that wish-fulfilling bowl, and he decided to leave the village and leave the town. And he went away. And when he went away now, it is said while time will pass, all the pundits and everybody from the village realized that Gautama was blamed innocently. And now they were about to starve again. Rain stopped falling. Water had stopped. The food had ceased to come. And then they acknowledged the blessings that Gautam Rishi was bringing to them. And at that point, they had no choice but to then go back at his feet. And they prostrated to him. And when they bow and paid pranams, they begged for forgiveness. He says, don't ask forgiveness from me. Pray to Durga Devi and ask for your forgiveness. And if the mother forgives you, then all will be well. But if she doesn't forgive you, you will go to the pits of the deepest of hell. And you will never come back in this world. मनाओ दिन रतिया हे दुर्गा मैया मनाओ दिन रतिया हे दुर्गा मैया 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 मनाओ दिन रतिया हे दुर्गा मैया मनाओ दिन रतिया हे दुर्गा मैया मनाओ दिन रतिया आज शक्ति दुर्गा माता की ओम जयंती मंगला काले Swaha. Let me say it together now because I only ain't chawa chawa chawa. Gajanana Swami ki Om Jayanti Mangala Kali Bhadra Kali Kapalani Durga Kshama Shiva Datre Swaha Swadha Namostute Om Dum Durgaya Namaha Om Dum Durgaya. It is the Bij mantra of Durga Devi. Om Dum Durgaya. When you chant that mantra with force, Om Dum Durgaya Namaha, you wake up the energy of Devi Maya. Everybody again. Om 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 Gajananda Swami ki. You say it with power with your mouth and not with your hand. Some people say, oh, doom Durgaya. With your mouth, not your hands. This is where we end our beautiful message. Gautam Rishi, he went to pray and the whole world had to turn back to him. Does that sound familiar? In life, sometimes people will come and they will use us and they will get what they want. And in the end, when nothing works for them, they come back right by you again. Yeah? Never dam the bridge that you've crossed. Treat everyone equal. Love and respect one another. Adore everyone for the sacrifice that they make. Love the people in your life and treat them nice. Because remember, we only have a short time in this world. And while we are here, we are given an opportunity to appreciate, to adore, and to enjoy the moments that you have while you're here. This is where we end our message. And as we end our pravajan, let us all stand now as we join in our final arti. अरे मंगल की सेवा सुनो मेरी देवा हाथ जोड़ तेरे द्वार करे
अरे सुनो मेरी देवी पर्वतवासिनी, तेरा पार न पाया। सुनो मेरी देवी पर्वतवासिनी। पानुस पारे ध्वजा नारियल, पानुस पारे ध्वजा नारियल। पानुस पारे ध्वजा नारियल, तेरे बेट चराया, तेरे बेट चराया। मंगल की सेवा सुनो मेरी देवा, हाथ जोड़ तेरे द्वार करे। सुनो मेरी देवी पर्वतवासिनी। सुबह चोल तेरे अंग विराजे, सुबह चोल तेरे अंग विराजे। सुबह चोल तेरे अंग विराजे, केसर तिलक लगाया, केसर तिलक लगाया। मंगल की सेवा सुनो मेरी देवा, हाथ जोड़ तेरे द्वार करे। सुनो मेरी देवी पर्वतवासिनी। नंगे पग तेरे आगे आया, नंगे पग तेरे आगे आया। नंगे पग तेरे आगे आया, सोने का छत्र चढ़ाया, सोने का छत्र चढ़ाया। मंगल की सेवा सुनो मेरी देवा, हाथ जोड़ तेरे द्वार करे। सुनो मेरी देवी पर्वतवासिनी। दीप नय विद्या आरती, धूप दीप नय विद्या आरती। धूप दीप नय विद्या आरती। मोहन भोग लगाया, मोहन भोग लगाया। मंगल की सेवा सुनो मेरी देवा, हाथ जोड़ तेरे द्वार करे। सुनो मेरी देवी पर्वतवासिनी। दानो भगत में तेरे गुण गाए, दानो भगत में तेरे गुण गाए। दानो भगत में तेरे गुण गाए, मनवांचित फल पाया, मनवांचित फल पाया। मंगल की सेवा सुनो मेरी देवा, हाथ जोड़ तेरे द्वार करे। सुनो मेरी देवी पर्वतवासिनी। जगदम्बा देवी, जगदम्बा देवी, जय 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 जगदम्बा देवी, जगदम्बा देवी, जगदम्बा देवी, जय 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 जगदम्बा देवी, जगदम्बा देवी, जगदम्बा देवी, जय 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 जगदम्बा देवी, जगदम्बा देवी, जगदम्बा देवी, जय 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 जगदम्बा देवी, जगदम्बा भवानी, जगदम्बा भवानी, जय 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 जगदम्बा भवानी। जगदम्बा देवी, जय 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 जगदम्बा देवी, जय 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 जगदम्बा देवी, जय 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 जगदम्बा। हो रवई दिन चाट गया मेरी अम्बे, हो रही जय जय कार मंदिर विच आर की जय माँ हे पहारा वाली आरती जय माँ। माता च पिता त्वमेव त्वमेव बन्धुश्च सखा त्वमेव त्वमेव विद्या द्रविणं त्वमेव त्वमेव सर्वं मम देवदेव त्वमेव सर्वं मम देवदेव ॐ शान्ति 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 हरि ओम। शिव वृंदावन बिहारी लाल की, उमापति महादेव की, पवन सुत हनुमान की, जगदम्बा देवी माता की, सत्य सनातन धर्म की जय जय सीताराम। आसन लीजिए सब लोग, I'll take our seats. As we take our seats, we do conclude a beautiful night once more of devotion. Tomorrow night marks the final night, but we will also be here on Sunday morning. So devotees are invited to come once more to join with us as we will continue to listen to the glories of Adi Shakti Devi Maya in her wonderful forms and manifestations. And as we do conclude tonight, once more please do partake of your arati, your prasad. Of course, meals have been prepared for each and everyone, so please do partake.